and okay, welcome back, my friends, to Grand Tactician: The Civil War. It's been probably 2 weeks now since we've had an episode. Most of my time has been preoccupied with figuring out jobs and drawing for Inktober, which is now finished and may or may not have pictures of drawings that I drew over the last month flashing on the screen, causing an epilepsy warning. That depends on whether or not I decide to edit this. That sounds like a lot of work. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Maybe there will be a link down in the description if you find drawings of Calvin and Hobbes doing various random antics to be fun. But anyway, I haven't played this game in, like I said, two or 3 weeks now. I think it was before Thanksgiving was the last time. So the situation obviously hasn't changed in that time. We have an army in Nashville. I think we're about to get attacked. And we have Grant, who just won the Battle of Chattanooga. So you guys should all be in retreat. I think you guys are coming to attack Nashville. And we're hounding the last Confederates in the Shenandoah while we're getting ready for the Army of Adventure to come and attack Petersburg. Something along those lines. You might just be sitting here recuperating. Yeah, look at you. 12,000. So I have you recruiting, I guess, just one cavalry brigade. I'm not sure that I'm gonna just keep you waiting that long. You have an insane amount of artillery for how little infantry you have. But each of these are pretty strong. You could probably handle Smith's Corps, right? With 15 guns, you probably have, 30 guns? 40 guns? Yeah, you could kick their ass even though you're short 3,000 people in that math. Meanwhile, up here, I realized that this depot and being in Carrollton in general is kind of pointless because you can't get anything. You don't have connection to a port anywhere nearby. This road is all pretty useful or useless. And then there's no railroad anywhere nearby. So at least Fort Smith, I believe, has a harbor, right? No? Maybe you don't. You do have a farm nearby. That farm is probably providing some supplies, but there's no factory. And the thing is, the farm goods need to go to a factory to get turned into provisions, which means even Fort Smith might not have anything in it whatsoever. So there's a decent case to be made. Do we have Memphis? We're blockading Memphis. What about the railroads? I feel like Arkansas in general is not worth worrying about in the slightest. Little Rock to Memphis costs quite a lot of money, would take very long to do. Probably would take very long to do. I don't actually know, I guess. It would take over or almost a year. The war would be over by that point, almost certainly. It's just not a useful thing. By like really any stretch of the imagination. Um, if this was a war where we were somehow winning in Mississippi and losing over here, and it was much more, realistic to the actual Civil War, I think I would maybe put a focus on this, and my attention would maybe be, instead of conquering North Carolina and holding Tennessee, would maybe be conquering the western Mississippi, and I would be able to then get supplies to Little Rock and maybe to Fort Smith, and everything west of the Mississippi would actually be in fighting order. But I think as it is, you guys are fine to just sit here. Your provisions is not that bad. 50% is not great. I mean, it almost makes more sense to just keep pushing forwards. The problem is, I don't think I can get supply to Little Rock because I don't have Memphis. And what I really want to do is keep pushing these various armies just back and away. You're just kind of stuck there. I'm not sure you can go anywhere. No, you can. You can go north. But I can't get to you easily. It's a food desert over here. The Ozarks. So I guess that's Nathaniel Lyon's problem, is he's just gonna be sitting in Carrollton until his men build up the readiness, which they'll probably never have while they're in Carrollton, to then attack Fort Smith, and then what do you do from there? I think just leaving you there is the most useful thing at the moment, because if these guys try to go past you, we have a fort, we can swing back behind them, we'll have them cut off, we'll be at the advantage, it'll be fine. So I guess really the big thing, and I guess I can start and press play now, the big thing that's interesting to me is whatever's going to happen in the Shenandoah, where these guys are going to go, what your guys' deal is, and my Navy situation with when I get enough. Uh-oh. Well, that's a funny bug. Oh, okay, we're good. 35,000, 6,000 cav, 77 guns against 11,000. What time is it? 7 in the morning. I will play this. I should just auto-resolve, but actually I will play this because I think there's a chance with such overwhelming numbers so early in the day that I can maybe dissolve this army. And every little bit helps. And I'll cut to right now. So, okay, here's where we are. Here's the situation. They have a much smaller army than us. It's either here, or it's here, or it's here, or it's here. There's almost no chance they're over here. If they are, they're stupid. There's almost no chance they're over here. They might be defending some of these crossings, but probably not many. My plan is pretty simple since it's so early in the day. I'm going to send Irvin McDowell to occupy these heights, basically. Basically get yourself to the end of... Oh, no, that's not what I want. Okay, please don't do any of that. What the hell is going on? Well, okay, I guess you're going... Go heal, please. And hopefully those will get sent out in a way that makes sense. Meanwhile, Mole, I would like you to initially set up your men. We'll say right here. Close, but not quite. Let's do that so that everybody comes along this bridge, and I will actually detach you entirely, while Paddleson will move with Orvin McDowell. And speed 5. My plan is simple. I want to make contact with their entire front. I want to hold them in place. I want them to be very stuck where they are. And then I want the other half of my army, because we outnumber them basically by 2. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why were you all the way over there? Did you not get reattached? No, you did. I don't have any fucking idea why you're over there. God damn it. Mole, you ignorant cunt. I had detached French, and then I reattached French, and then when I moved Mole over here, French didn't move, and also didn't get the notification or the message. I don't know why you idiots are walking cross country to begin with. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, the matter with this is going to be figuring out where their line actually is. I think if I were them, I would probably have put a line very far forward if I could. So I would either be down here at the end of these farms, or I think I would actually... Being there would be okay. This line would be fine. If I'm gonna be all the way back here, I think I'd rather be slightly farther back, like where this road is, maybe slightly in front of this road. I'd want to be farther enough back that this hill is not an issue, but where I'd have the advantage of this hill, and then these roads would provide internal lines. The problem is, once you retreat all the way back to this fence, you've now given these roads as internal lines for the Union. So theoretically, you just pull all the way back. Yeah, I think I would go here, basically. Palmer and your cavalry, I would like you guys to come forward and scout ahead. See, this doesn't make sense. Why are you guys going this way instead of along the road? Let me slow it very far down. Foster, go ahead and bring your men over here. Cadwalador, go ahead and bring your men here. French can do whatever you want to do, fine by me. I would love it if you came and went there. And finally, Greg. Greg, I think I will send straight away all the way over here. Again, to sort of act as scouts. And I will actually detach Greg, and I will detach Palmer. And lastly, Mole is right, who I would like to send back here behind these guns. My plan is to just leapfrog them by one bridge wherever they are. So let's say they are here at the Cedar Grove Church, which if they're small, they should know they have to be in front of the Cedar Grove Church, which I don't know that I see a Cedar Grove over here. That looks more like a pine tree than a cedar tree to me. We don't have true seedors in North America anyway, at least not native. There's a series I'm gonna start making sometime in the next 10 years is ecology of video game XYZ. Okay, Department of the Appalachians. I don't see anybody. I'm going to move you. Please stop. Something is really wrong with my mouse, and I don't like it. Mole, you're detached, right? Yes. Okay, back to speed 5. Speed 20 causes strange things to happen. Okay. Russell, go ahead and come heal. Whitting, go ahead and come. Let's get you, I guess, to start at the end of this hill, where you can probably see them if they're hiding in this cornfield. It is the middle of summer? Yeah. That looks more like wheat to me. Who? And what did I say? Okay. So the question is, that's an interesting deployment. Okay. Let's bring you back and you can stay where you are. Actually, Russell, can you go do this for me, please? You are is perfect. So here is what I'm going to do. I will take a moment to get my men sorted. That's a decently strong position, but they are very frail. Okay. Bones. Go ahead and get your men here. Hunter to there. The artillery under Thomas. Go ahead and start by taking position here, like that, I'll say. You might be far enough away that that's out of range. Ideally, I'd actually get you someplace like over here, but I think that would take too long and just not really be worth it. Meanwhile, Runyon will be in charge of taking the right flank, and I will set Runyon to be single line. Irvin McDowell himself, get farther up, and Paddleson, bring yourself up here as well if you can. Meanwhile, I would like to change all of you to come here and propel to go kick some Confederate butt. You in charge of this division. Let's actually get you up here. French, under the artillery, will definitely have yourself positioned on top of this hill, and hopefully that's high enough and you have good enough guns that you can hit them, but I'm not certain of that. Faster, I'm actually going to want to bring all the way around. Definitely not like that though. I want you to go here and then like that. Faster is the smallest division, which ultimately means he's the one I want to take the least amount of fighting. The rest of you are going to push across this ford, and my hope is that I can basically put you in a line at the same time, and I can roll this whole army right up. I'm moving my actual hands and I'm waving it in front of the screen, and roll kind of them up pressed behind that ford. As such, I'm going to take Russell here, and I will detach you and send you to take that retreat point, and hopefully I can bring you forward if necessary, and you can kind of guard that ford. So I guess back to speed 5, and hopefully people move and get in position and just wait. We have plenty of time. The day's not gonna end until 6 in the evening. Actually, might not even end till 8 in the evening. I want to do this right, if I can. Not always a guarantee. While they're sitting here, they've probably started to regain their confidence, at least a little bit. Okay. You are what? The 1-pounder Williams guns. Very interesting. So you don't have you're close support really, which means I don't have any batteries that are going to be able to do counter battery. And while I'm looking at it here, you are definitely gonna be way too far in order to do anything there. What do we have? 10-pounders, 12-pounder Napoleons, and more 10-pounders. If you had the 30-pound pellet rifles, you might be able to hit them from here. But I think that's simply too far, so I need to bring you guys forward to here. And while I'm looking at it, one thing I love doing is building breastworks just for the sake of building breastworks. They are not going to attack us at all, that is a guarantee, but they are going to shoot artillery at us, and I would love if I could build this line of breastworks and have it ready for when my artillery arrives to then position themselves behind for the artillery duel. Because they have a decent amount of artillery, and I would like to take it out before anything serious happens. Let me send Gibbs. I will detach you, and I will send you all the way up there. Obviously, the brunt of McDowell's, not McDowell. Oh yeah, McDowell. Who was I thinking of? I was thinking of McClellan. The brunt of McDowell's force is going to hit, ideally, the divisions we know are hiding back here and this fence line. Well, these guys take the cavalry and what poor kids are standing out here. The other interesting thing we'll be seeing how they react to losing those access points. You guys are just going really slow. And you guys are going really, really slow. Where are you going? Why are you going there? New York Division. Can I get you to come here instead, please? Interesting. You know what it probably is? Is I probably saw Richardson, which is vaguely close enough to Paddleson that I completely missed that division. Okay, Pommel, who at the moment only has Ridding, go ahead and move yourself over to the flank. I will. Ooh, don't know what you're doing with that. Please. Okay, because I selected the wrong person. You guys, I would love it if you came forward just a tiny bit. The 3rd Division, I am actually going to line you guys up into a attack column. I really, really want this to work. I've never meaningfully gotten this to work before. Okay, you, yes, take thou, you go thou, and you guys go thou. Sounds wonderful. Meanwhile, Burnside, why don't you come back and Portal, you can go help with the, whatever it is you're doing. Don't move forwards. I want you guys, please. Go, actually, basically just move back just slightly. There we go. Do that. Meanwhile, Richardson will take up this flank, and I will put you in a single line when I get the chance. So here's what my plan is. I want, for this frontal assault, for this main attack, I want one wave to kind of come up and pin them. Fire, a couple of volleys, 4 or 5 volleys. They're already pretty hot. And then I want Runyon in attack column who will have followed up behind the line to then charge forwards after they've been softened up a little bit and crush them in a melee. Will this work? I have no idea. But it's definitely what I want to try and do. I really, really, really hoped that you guys would be a lot quicker so that the artillery could actually, duel. I don't know who exactly you're shooting at, but you guys forwards, lay down. I want you guys to be set to counter battery fire, ideally. You are sapple gunners, so you get extra cover. You don't have anything yet. You guys have lost a ton of people. I don't know how you've managed that. You can't shoot. Okay, let's get you back here. And set you to single line. Runyon, go ahead and have your men lay down. These William guns are going to... And actually, I will take the department... No, not the Department of the Appalachians. The 2nd Division. And I will tell you guys to come here. So that nobody is actually walking in front of the main artillery. So you guys just keep going, go ahead and keep shooting. You'll hurt some of these guys soon enough, I'm sure. However long it'll take. It says 0 casualties, but I'm not sure I believe that. Well, I would love it if you didn't do that, though. Paddleson, go ahead and move yourself up here to McDowell, who I guess for some reason I have you idiots standing. Please spread out. Right where the artillery is firing. You know, definitely the right idea. God. What the fuck were you people doing? Right. Move up here. Go. Go very quickly. And McDowell, tell all of your infantry to just lay down. Or maybe that told everybody to stand up. There we go. Everybody should lay down. Are you in position yet? There you go. Now we've got it. We did lose one gun though. That's probably one of the William guns, isn't it? That's okay, I think. Are you guys lying down? Why are you guys lying down? I didn't know you guys could lay down. Can you guys please shoot? Go back to shooting these guys. Don't lay down. I didn't know you could. Grand Battery? You don't have very many people, but I do like bombarding. It's a very cool thing. You guys also shoot, please? Instead of laying down? I don't know. I didn't know you guys could lay down. You'll get that message in a moment. And I guess I'll see if you guys stand back up. Okay, so today I learned lying down affects the artillery, but not the mounted cavalry. I want to be real. This doesn't make any sense at all. Why lie down? Okay, there we go. Now you guys are standing back up. And suddenly you guys don't have the range anymore? You definitely did. Weird. Funch, how are you doing? If it gets to 3 o'clock and you imbeciles have still not arrived, I will just launch the assault without you. Because I can't wait that long. I can't let this go over through the night. The other nice thing, and I should have this down and worried about it, is the longer we wait, the more objective points they will get, which means the more casualties we'll be able to inflict on them before they actually shatter as an army. So over here, do you have 3-inch ordnance rifles under Morris. Major General William Morris is in charge of the artillery. Okay. How do I want this then? Cadwallader's men have done a pretty good job historically of dealing damage, but they're not really here for soaking up damage. Do I have a iron discipline in any of these infantry? Deadly volley, your iron discipline. So the ones who are the farthest away are the ones I would ideally like to take charge. So in the absence of that, Greg, you can just stay how you are. Let me detach you and with your 3 inches move you forwards while the rest of your division. Okay. You please go over here. I guess the message for you to get detached hadn't arrived yet. You are now detached and you are now moving forwards. Perfect. Okay, how's this going? It looks like they've withdrawn from their breastworks. So that's kind of weird. I'm not sure why they've chosen to do that. I will also take you, detach, and set the rest of you guys to a single line. And go back to speed 5. Mole should be able to get himself in a position to fire on these guns at the minimum. Well, not Mole, Morris. Whether they will return fire, I am unsure. Can you hit them? Yes. Perfect. Will they turn to return fire? No, but they will vanish off the face of the earth. Probably because they've spun and are now hiding in the wheat field. So you're now targeting the cavalry. Makes sense. Where exactly do I have French set to line up? Go ahead and line yourself up right here. And how is everybody? Well rested? Wonderful. In that case, French, tell your men to go double time. Get those guns forward as quick as possible. Oh, you guys have completely given up on the guns. That's a me problem. I don't know why you guys are standing back up, but here's what I will do is tell one of you each to go pick these guns back up. And I will tell all of those to come backwards a little ways. I would like it if you, I don't know, moved a little bit. So you guys go ahead and come back here. You guys go ahead and come back here, and you guys go ahead and come back here. I'm not sure those William guns are going to work in an assault the way I'm really hoping they will. Okay, and Foster has now taken roots here. Wounded in action. Oven McDowell, for fuck's sake. Okay. Yes, well, that makes sense. You are very close to where the artillery is. I kind of figured that was going to happen. I did mention at the very beginning that that was going to happen. Remember, kids, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Okay, are we ready? Are we finally ready? Is French has his guns in position? At least some of them. Are you even able to shoot? Yes, okay. You're not shooting yet because you're stupid. You can't do shit. And you should have no problem hitting POW. Killed in action. Showman? What? William Tecumseh Showman? No, Thomas. Okay, I don't know who the hell this guy is. That's a ton of casualties. How are you guys losing this artillery duel so bad? You have more guns. You have cover. You're better trained. This is the thing I don't understand about artillery duels. Is no matter what you do, you never seem to win, even when you have every advantage. An artillery duel always results in the computer winning. Okay, well, in that case, we are all lined up. I'm going to send you guys forwards. Go ahead and advance. I want you two to come this way. Go ahead and advance. The 1st New England Division will come and take up possession of that fence. And I will wait until after those orders have been sent out to move you forwards. You, meanwhile, I don't know, just come back here. Well, that's going. Let's take the regulars under right. Is that correct? Let me make sure that's correct. That's not who I want to be going forwards, but you know what? It'll be fine. Let's bring you. That's not who I think I wanted selected either. But okay, whatever. 6th, 5th, and then I will take you guys. I guess you do belong to the 6th, 5th, 8th under Cadwalador. and I will put you guys in attack column. And let you wait. The cavalry will come up and support you in the middle, while Mole will, I guess, just wait a little bit before moving across as well. Woodskip and Hunt will both take up position there behind Roots Hill, and hopefully you guys start moving sooner rather than later. This is ridiculous to me. The fact that you guys have taken so many casualties and done literally nothing. I mean, you, I guess, makes sense because you lost your commanding officer, but still, that's your loss resilience. You took that many casualties, and you've done maybe 40 total. Maybe 40 total. Battle guns, battle officers, battle skill, the same cover. I guess I'm assuming battle guns. I don't actually know though. These could be Richmond rifles. So maybe where we have some Napoleons and whatnot, they just have knockoff pellet rifles? I guess it's possible. Would be weird. Okay, you guys are finally all going. And you guys are finally all going. You guys won't be able to shoot in a little bit, but you will recover. Gibbs, I don't know if you're ever going to get this message, but go ahead and come forward. Russell, go ahead and dismount loose order and come hide in this wood line. I don't know what direction you guys are trying to do, but okay. Well, that's a bloody joke. I guess that goes to show you why you don't spend your time waiting. Always action all the time, never stop, never wait to set things up and plan anything. As if I was going to have been smart with this, what I'd have done is let my guys line up all the way back here, send a few of them forward to build breastworks, and then moved the artillery up into those breastworks, like directly and immediately. And what I probably should have done too is sent some of my infantry forward to go lay down in the field to draw the artillery fire while my artillery shot back. But I guess I just wanted too much of a real battle. Okay, you guys are going to start taking fire before too long. Moral, so long as you can shoot, I want you to keep shooting. Same with you idiots. Cadwalador, get your men here. Oh, hey, that's a crank operated. Somehow they've got a machine gun of some sort. That's what these guys are. Alright. Very good. In that case, kick them off. You are well rested. Go ahead and tell both of your men to move in double time. And I will do the same over here. Everybody in double time. Now that they've started moving a little bit, and since I have them set to double time, go ahead and you guys pull forwards. Meanwhile, we are decapping Rude's Hill. Have you guys moved? You've just gotten the command. Very good. This is not nearly as coordinated and organized as I wanted it, but it is good enough. Same over here. What I should have done is sent over you guys all already set up in single line. And just like that, the whole line starts to shift. They come out of their entrenchments. Okay, let's go ahead and bring you guys forwards. Like this. Oops. Well, you go there, and you come up behind them. Now that their artillery is not much of an issue, I want to bring the cavalry forward just to provide that morale boost that they do. And finally, Morris. Let's bring you forwards as well. So with that, go ahead and push Fierce. You guys keep firing from behind there as long as you can. But once they were out of range for good, go ahead and hit them. You're doing fine where you are. You guys go ahead and hit them. You guys go ahead and walk all the way around. Cavalry forwards. You to fill this gap. I'm now willing to commit you. Quite the reaction. I didn't do what I wanted to do. I wanted to pin them with the front and then move in with you guys. My front moved much slower than I think I expected it to. In my flank, you guys crossed that river a lot faster than I expected them to as well. Okay, at this point, I can bring you guys up here to the top of that hill. And I can bring you guys something like that. Let's even do this. You heal, and by the time you get that message, I think we will have captured the objective. Alright, Cadwallader, go ahead and charge in. Hell, at this point we can basically just have everybody come in. Everyone forwards. Collapse that line. Go ahead. Everybody forwards. Collapse that line. They didn't keep their units over here that I expected, and I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity for now the second time I've tried it to send the I guess what'll basically assault brigades in this scenario to actually assault. So I guess if I'm gonna get any experience out of this, which is not how experience works in this game, and is not how experience works in the real world either, because I certainly will learn nothing from my mistakes. Let's get you to go charge them. I don't know why you spin around to do that. I guess go forwards, Lucivali, and then fix bayonets, Lucivali, charge. Something like that. These little guys are not going to get up here quick enough to be able to shoot. This has been a joke of a battle. Not my best work, for sure. I will send you guys there. Not my best work at all. Kind of a waste, honestly. Tremendous waste. Not a chance I'm going to deal enough casualties to get anything out of this, to get a major battle, or a major victory, I mean. I'm definitely not going to get them to dissolve. Can you attack literally anybody who isn't shadowed? Go ahead and just charge the first person you find that isn't running for their lives. Everybody focus fire on whoever is yet to flee for their lives. Just charge them. The whole point of sending you an attack column was for you to use the attack column formation in an attack. I can't believe we lost the artillery duel and one of our commanders died. Fucking Orvin McDowell was wounded. We've completely cut off their escape, and yet they've still managed to run directly through our lines. And we beat them so fast that we didn't even get the opportunity to charge them with bayonets. Here we go. Fix bayonets, boys! Give them the cold steel! What a mess. What are they doing? They are not ready for a bloody charge. Look at that. Did you see that volley? They surrendered! Ah, what a success! I take it all back. A resounding success. 110% successful. Go ahead and somebody collect every single one of these guns. I want every gun I can possibly get. Pick them up. Pick them all up. Take the guns from the field. Woo! Way to go. What a what a mess of a battle. Okay. I guess let's make sure somebody comes back here and picks these back up. Can I tell you to go pick up these guns? Where do you think this guy ran off to? He's gone. Absolutely gone. Oh well. Meanwhile, I think it's probably too late for me to tell you to charge them. Maybe not. Go ahead and pretend like this is a total war game. Hey, that's all of those artillery's dead. How about you guys now? You went this way to try to get off the map, I guess maybe realized that you can't get off the map and came back? I've never actually seen that before. Usually when you guys flee, you just flee. Way to go. Keep it up. Give them the old what for. How about you guys? What about you guys? 700 out of 1100 is a reasonable amount of dead people. That is for sure. Can you guys send people to go pick up some of those guns? Pick up every gun. I don't want to lose a single gun just because I'm, stupid. Which would be a good reason to lose guns. Hey, how'd you guys get? I guess you must have ran all the way around. That's a bit silly. Oh, please. Stick 'em. There they are. Go, go. You made contact. I know you did. Okay. Well, at this point, I think I'm more interested in the guns than in shooting people who are fleeing for their lives already. So what are these? What do you guys have now? 3-inch ordnance rifles and some more 1-pound radium guns. So that'll almost make up for the part where I completely fumbled the ball with trying to pretend that it's possible to win an artillery duel even when you have overwhelming artillery. I think, and I could be mistaken about this, I would have to go back and check, and I don't think I'm going to. But the last battle we fought with Nathaniel Lyon, um, what was that episode called? That was probably episode like 32 or something, 31 or 32. Well, they were way down in Arkansas somewhere, and I set up a bad defensive line, and they just I set up a really good defensive line, and then the computer just walked up a fucking mountain and through the woods and didn't care about my line at all, and then I ended up playing whack-a-mole for 2.5 hours. Um, that was pretty classic. That was a classic toast moment for sure. Go ahead and pick those up too. Will you abandon the guns you just had to pick up those? These were 1-pound William guns? There's no way. That doesn't make any sense. No, you've not actually picked those guns up. I think you have a detachment out? Yes. What about you? There's not enough time for you guys to run back over here. So I guess I'm losing these couple of guns, which is sad, but I guess understandable. Ooh, what's this? Shulman has withdrawn. Well, Shulman is dead. So, unfortunately, that's understandable. Anyway, what was I trying to say? Something about Nathaniel Lyon and Whack-A-Mole. Oh, even in that battle, I lined up my artillery, and I had a huge advantage of artillery, and I had an advantage in skill, I had an advantage in number of guns, I had an advantage in terrain, and I'm pretty sure I still came out, like, even with the computer. And I don't really understand it. Even here, you saw at the beginning, I set the guns to counter battery fire, so I just have no idea where they were shooting. For all I know, they could have been fucking aimed backwards, using cannonballs to launch propellant out the front of the barrel. Whatever. Anyway, all in all, other than the loss of 17 guns, which isn't that bad, that's a pretty small number of dead compared to what we ended up dealing. So with any luck, Leonidas Pork is not going to be in charge of a meaningful force any longer. But I guess we'll see once the loading stops. Okay, Battle started has ended with the Pork's division, great naming, retreating in panic. Commanders warned us a total victory, the enemy army running for their lives. Enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 4,381 men. There were 250 killed, 3,000 captured. We've lost 163 killed, 53 missing, the rest wounded. Captured 15 guns from the battlefield. Okay. Let's quickly look here before we do much, because Owen McDowell is now wounded, and it's probably not advised to keep a wounded officer in charge. Fame, little known. Interesting. Let's say I was going to replace you. Nagley, I don't think I ever want to put back in charge. Dixon Miles, I don't ever want to put back in charge. I think what I would do is take one of these guys. Suwunyan's very famous, Hunter is very famous. Interesting that you're a West Point graduate and a political officer. Very strange. I don't think I want to put a political officer in charge of an entire corps. So I will skip on you even if you are an infantry leader. And I will instead take Runyon, I think, or Richardson. Richardson has better initiative and leadership for the same administration, so I will replace Richardson. I will replace Hyman or Heyman with any random Joe Schmo, I guess. Smith or this guy. Let's go Newton. Put Newton in charge, then replace Richardson with Heyman, and then promote Richardson to leader of the Department of the Appalachians. So that solves that problem. Sherman, meanwhile, is very much, as they would say, dead. Don't know who you are, but you are in charge now, so good for you. I think, unfortunately, I need to keep sending you guys this way, because it looks like you guys have recovered. You have 350 men total. Unfathomable. Minuscule, even. The Corps of Adventure is building up its force. Okay, well, I guess we let this play for a little while before worrying about what we're actually doing next. And I will take a second on slow speed to look at you guys. I presume you guys were just repairing? Yeah. See, the thing about the Navy is that I don't want to do much until I can get either armored gunboats or ideally, I think, these ironclad monitors is the one I had decided I wanted to do, as opposed to ironclad gunboats. No, I think ironclad monitors is what I wanted. Modern warships is not going to be necessary. Ironclad monitors, I can get just a few of them, and I can use them to drain forts of their ammunition and then destroy the forts with regular fleets. Which means I don't really want to worry about the Navy until I get to that point, because it's kind of just a hobsquabble until then. Where were you guys going? We do have a frontline map. You guys are completely cut off. Like, more cut off than I think anybody has ever been in human history. Okay, well, I guess that's a them problem. You guys down here, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. I presume this army of central Kentucky, or you don't have anybody. You might be able to retreat through me. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe what I do is ignore Petersburg, and if you have the readiness, which you definitely do, I think we go for Raleigh. Oh, look at that. They've just magically recovered their morale. Let's go for Raleigh. Yeah, you can go by train if you want. Winfield Scott, go ahead and join them. Okay, you guys keep on pushing this way. Don't ever stop. You need to push them so far that they completely disintegrate. I am not willing to just let this game do this stupid stuff to me. Meanwhile, what's the situation with you guys? You guys have terrible readiness is the problem. Some of you are unhappy, but you have good food, good ammunition, good everything. So I think while you guys are waiting, I'm willing to let Grant sit in Chattanooga. And then once you guys have good readiness, maybe I bring Grant to Decatur. We're close to Montgomery. I could go and take Montgomery and end this war. I could do that in one swoop too. So say I leave Chattanooga, they're probably gonna come south for it and I'll be cut off. The only way to keep a grant from being cut off, and I don't know if that it'll really matter anyway. I was gonna split you into 2 cores. What would it take to do that? I could probably do it right now. Upgrade core to army. See, the problem with that is my economy. The surplus is a little bit better now than it has been before. Policies, what are we looking at? Halfway through confiscation. How many days? 14 more days. I can't do breadbasket, which means I can't do feed Europe. I should be able to do breadbasket 3. I think that's a stupid game design where I need the breadbasket policy to do 3 and 4. It makes sense to block 4, but 3 seems a little bit illogical. Industrialization is nice because it increases the population, but that's not really necessary as the Union. And I feel like odds are pretty good that level 1 and 2 industry subsidies are gonna be enough, because I'm not using those all the way anyway. Yeah. If I look at projects, trade deals is close, but it's gonna take a lot for me to actually get this worthwhile. Like, I'm gonna want trade deals at least to 3, assuming the game doesn't end by then. I mean, realistically, I want trade deals as high as possible. Sending envoys is pointless. And so is all of the other diplomacy weapon stuff. Over 9,000 ton warrior class ironclad. Somebody tell me how many tons a Farragut class destroyer weighs. Well, I guess there was nothing to do there. I guess I'm gonna wait on making Grant a call. What was my plan? Was to send him to Atlanta and then split into Macon and Augusta and then Savannah. That would definitely win. Their support's low, but it needs to get below what, 25? Below 25. I don't think there's a good way to see how many how much morale each individual city takes. But you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to call it an episode there, and I'll figure out my plan in the meanwhile, and we'll go from there. So, thank you very much for YouTube, and bye-bye. Okay, just doing that to make myself remember to edit the stream here. I'm not actually done for the night. I do think, though, I think I am going to go take a break because I need to use the restroom and I would like to get more tea. But we will come back and I guess figure out what our strategy is for ending this war. And whether we want to end it right away, quickly, or whether we want to think about it in a bit more of a realistic sense. At this moment right now, with the way the war is, the way the front lines are, in the real world, Grant would not be going straight for Montgomery. We could do it and we could win the war, but that is not something that would happen in the real world. Grant would either do one of four things, I guess. Sit in Chattanooga and wait. Leave a token force, which would not be represented in this game at all, and swing back north to Nashville to help in this fight that will happen sooner rather than later. Swing west and capture Decatur and presumably Corinth out from behind the Confederates, or swing south and take Atlanta. The reason I think would do one of those last two. What were all of the four choices? Come this way, stay here, and go this way. Yes. The reason I think he would do one of those is because Grant understands the importance of destroying the Confederate armies. And I think destroying these armies by swinging behind them and cutting them off, which we know doesn't always work in this game, is more important than just taking territory, plus you take territory in doing so. So I think that's probably what Grant would do historically. Plus that leaves Chattanooga the least vulnerable, which would be very, very valuable. And, well, you're doing that anyway. We already know that Winfield Scott is going for Raleigh and eventually probably Wilmington. Either you'll come back north to Petersburg, or if by the time you get to Raleigh this mess is done, these guys can handle Petersburg, and Winfield Scott might fucking finally be able to go to New Orleans. But okay, whatever. That's a in like 6 minutes us problem. Until then, I will be back in a brief